Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey Wise with me, Jason, bringing you a channel update video where we're going to be talking about the events for the channel in the whole year of 2017. But without further ado, I want to wish you all a very happy new year and happy 2017. For those of you who are, New Year's, if you didn't see my post on Twitter, I sent everyone out a card. It's actually going to be the thumbnail for this video. So, wish you all a happy 2017. We've got lots of reviews to do this year. Last year, I know I only uploaded 12 videos, then I got sick, then I went to the United States. Too many excuses and too much traveling as well. So this year, I'm taking you guys on a journey. I'm actually going to upload 250 whiskey reviews minimum. So we're talking at least 5 videos per week for 50 weeks. I'm going to be literally going all out because last year I did taste over 200 whiskeys and I felt at the end of the year, why am I not putting them into video form? So I'm going to be outsourcing samples if I have exclusive bottles. I'll be doing everything as much as I can to show you guys these different whiskeys and give you my opinions and reviews on them. So that's going to be 250 whiskey reviews. Moving on from that as well, we'll also have distillery visits. Well, I'll go to Scotland, visit the distilleries, take you guys around literally as if you're walking right alongside me. And we'll check out the distilleries. We'll actually travel as well. And that's going to incorporate to the second thing I was going to talk about, which is traveling. Now, I'm going to be aiming to go to Taiwan later on in the year, or maybe even in a few months, to go to the King Car factory, which is the Kavalan whiskey distillery. Go to Japan if I can, but very tight for Japan at the moment in time. But more or less go to India, to Paul John in Goa. And then also head off maybe to Amrut, but I'm going to be also coming back here to back to the UK, then go back up to Scotland, then heading out to the United States. I go there at least once every year. Go to Kentucky, show you guys some different bourbons and ryes, and I'm really trying to get into those this year. It's something I'm trying to work on. So if you have any recommendation into bourbons and rye, leave them in the comment section below, and I'm going to have a look at those because I am going to be buying quite a few. Buffalo Trace has released their antique collection, I believe it's 2016. You've got 5 different whiskies. I'm going to be trying to bring you guys samples for that for a video, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm always up for that. I love these sort of things. Whenever someone tells me you can't do it, it drives me even more to make sure it happens. So that's something I'm going to make sure I can bring for you guys onto the table. Now, another thing is take you guys to whiskey events. Now, this is whiskey tasting shows. So London has one, I think Bristol has one, Manchester has one, Glasgow. If I can travel around to these different places, take you around, experience the atmosphere, see how it all is if you haven't been to one, and hopefully we'll see you as well coming up to one as well. If you know me, by all means come and say hi, and we can go around, understand all the different whiskies. I've got lots of whiskies I want to try again this year, retry, revisit, a lot more bottles I want to buy myself. Have to slow down on buying bottles. I do that too quickly, and then I regret some. Some of them I don't mind, and then some of them I just got literally full bottles left over. So that is going to take me into the next thing, which is tweet tastings. So this is something I've been taking part of on Twitter, but I'm going to organize, also trying to organize my own ones, because I buy a lot of 1 litre bottles, 70 cl bottles, exclusive distillery bottles, exclusive travel retail ones, and a lot of you want to try them as well without having to necessarily purchase. So I'm going to aim to get lots of sample bottles, and this is something I'm trying to work on at the minute, but I'll make samples, have a different variety, tweet it out, or maybe even put it as a video on YouTube, and then say to you guys, would you like to try them? You guys send me an address once I put a tweet out or ask for different people's contacts regarding a certain whiskey, and then we'll have a scheduled day in a month where we'll do tweet tastings. So you send me a tweet, we'll do everyone tweets using the same hashtag, and we'll incorporate a tweet tasting, because I feel that's the best way of sharing whiskies and sharing the experience that is whiskey with everyone and everyone. So I feel that would be a great way, because instead of me just having one bottle for myself, I want all of you to come along and really enjoy the whiskey. So that's one thing we're going to do, is tweet tastings, and then also vlogging my whole journey, because I might be also going around to different countries as well at the same time. So in terms of the reviews you're going to see, I did mention 250 whiskey reviews, and I'm also started a blog. So I think it's a WordPress. I'll leave it down below in the actual description box of the video. But I'm going to show you something, how I actually make my whiskey reviews. Now this is something that I follow. It's like a little template I do. I do the age, the ABV, the casks, sort of how I describe it in the video. But that will be written up into a WordPress account, where you can effectively just click it, and every time I upload a new one, you can actually follow on WordPress, and you'll get the update every so often when I release a new sort of whiskey review. So if you don't see it on Twitter or don't see it on YouTube, you'll see it on WordPress, and that way you can read it as well, where I'll sort of give also a convey of what I think about that whiskey. So that's also something, a nice WordPress and a blog with a vlog or as a review on YouTube. Along with that, we're going to be sort of tasting and sampling travel retail whiskies, which is something I love doing. Standard bottlings, for example, your Glenlivet 12, Glenmorangie 10. We'll also move into exclusive bottlings because I like to get my hands on some things that are very exclusive. Moving on from that is also older bottles of different whiskies. So my friend's got a Macallan, I think it was Macallan from back 20 years ago. So we're going to compare that to, say, a Macallan today and do comparison tests, because I think that's also rather fun to understand the difference and how whiskey has changed in taste and quality. And then also from that, world whiskies, which is something I'm very passionate about. A few distilleries like Paul John, I've been really getting into their whiskies. Kavalan from Taiwan, bourbons and ryes, which I'm really trying to get into. I'm struggling at the moment to find some that are really going to click like this for me. So what I'm going to do is, if you guys know some bourbon or rye that you like, leave it down below in the comment section, and I'm going to read all the comments and check out which one I can go and buy, because tomorrow I'm heading out into London. I'll be looking for some certain, unique ones, and some that I like for the taste of, because I haven't got any bourbons or rye in my whole whiskey collection. I've got more than 150 to 200 bottles of whiskey, and none are bourbon or rye, which is is something rather alien to me, but I'm going to get into that. And that's something where the whiskey, you're just developing a palate, understanding new stuff. So we're going to have that as well. Leave that down below in the comment section, any bourbons or ryes you recommend. And no Pappy Van Winkle just yet, because I haven't found one here in London yet. I actually tasted one, the 13-year-old, and that was about it. And I actually got that really cheap. I think it was like £7 for a shot, which was the place didn't know what they were doing with the bottle. So I'm just going to go back there and probably get a sample for a video review. So anyway, that's going to conclude of what I wanted to talk about in this video. So we've got a lot to do, 250 video reviews compared to last year's 12. And then we're going to have travel, whiskey distillery tours, taking you on to also tasting events and shows, whiskey shows, and then even, tweet tastings, everything, just vlogs and trips in general. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys also join me along the way, and also follow me on that WordPress for some of my written work, because that's something new I'm trying to get into. It's a lot of work, but I think I'm always up for the challenge. Always challenge yourself. That's one thing I find quite exciting. So anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, but feel free to drop it a like, subscribe. We'll start the first video review, I believe, on the 10th, which is tomorrow. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So this has been Jason from Whisky Wise. Catch you all for the next video.